seconds.
So here we go again.
Exactly, Arabia Invitational, Vivi against Stark. Game number 2, the score is 1-0 for Stark here. We have Goth against Spanish. Let's take a look on the maps. And this is another game. It was not the game we saw before. So the map is so much better for Vivi. Having a defensive stone spot, defensive gold and berries, and he can easily stonewall this side and the front over here. So this is a very good map for Vivi, I think.
Yeah, indeed. Really nice to defend. He has a really easy time walling off, in my opinion, and that might be really nice for him, as he can then dictate that the aggression is actually going to start in the castle age, rather than in the early stages, as we mentioned, where Stark might have an advantage. But if we take a look at Stark's map, even though it's quite close, it's still really awkward, because he's once again in such a crater where if he gets pushed in, he might really struggle to defend his base. Now the good thing is his goal is actually a bit in the back, and he might be able to wall it off at the left side a little bit, but I wonder if Vivi is actually going for castle age aggression, whether he will still have an easy time defending it, but maybe, because he could consider maybe stonewalling or anything on the left side, but it's something you really want to try and avoid if you can. But we'll see how he's going to solve this problem, whether he's going to try and go aggressive, or whether he maybe has a new plan which we're just looking over.
Yeah, I can't see him do anything else but trying to, yeah, put a stone wall through the map here. And yeah, you don't call it Chinese wall for no reason. What did I want? I wanted to say something clever after this. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Stark already had to do the loom. He had 7 on food, and at pop 9 he got the first boar. So he had to have very late sheep here, and this is just a small decrease of his eco as well. And as you can see, we're already preparing with some walls, so he does not want to get any aggression in his face in this game. Oh man, those are early walls here.
Well, you can't really blame him. I mean, as we mentioned, he's really better off fighting at a later stage in the game. He just wants to prevent any damage. I mean, if Stark is going for a drush, and maybe he can keep it open from there on, continue with a flush or anything like it, and obviously Vivi will be at a disadvantage, so why not play a bit more careful? I mean, he will have the eco for field production anyway. Maybe he's going to have obviously a bit less of villager use time, but eventually he wants to wall at a point anyway, so the idle time or the working time on the villager will happen, so why not do it immediately before a drush or anything like it can deal the damage?
Yeah, indeed. A drush isn't the most likely option, I think, from Stark, but M&A aggression, absolutely possible. Oh, even 5 on wood already, so not really sure what to think about that. Stark maybe going for a drush after all. I'm a bit surprised.
It's going to be quite interesting to see what he will actually be up to. Maybe he was thinking about a drush and swapping into man-at-arms, but I'm not sure if it will be too slow. And with Vivi already walling everything in right now with 2 villages, I don't think he'll be able to do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, and he will not be pleased if he's going for a drush here. But I think he's so late on wood already, having 200 wood. This will not be a drush. Maybe an M&A forward, but idling his scout here for like 10 seconds even hurts you a lot, because he needs to get intel on the map of Vivi as fast as possible. Now sending a villager up front, and this will be a pop 23 M&A aggression? Yeah, seems so.
Okay, that's going to be quite interesting. I mean, he'll have a bit of an easier time getting through the walls, but if Vivi is paying enough attention, I don't think he'll be able to do an awful lot of damage. Because even if he gets in, the resources of Vivi are quite close to his base. He got quite a nice wood line. He should be able to wall up a bit more. And from there on, I wonder if Stark is actually able to do a lot of damage.
Oh, let's see if Stark sees that he could get in the north, because Vivi didn't wall to the end of the map.
Oh, wow.
Vivi should see that as well.
Pain.
Yeah, but Stark, if he's right clicking on it, oh now he shows the hole. He shows the hole. No, he knows the hole. He knows. Stark knows.
Vivi is getting the second layer of walls, but I wonder if he's going to do the same thing at the back because that will be really necessary. Else Stark is just
Stark,
going to walk
don't
in
go
after
inside.
all.
Stark, don't show yourself. And now he shows the hole. Oh god.
Vivi thinking he's fully walled, suddenly sees the scout and he should know there's something up
Oh
right
god, yeah. So Stark shouldn't go for a single militia here. And now Vivi sees the wall. Oh god,
Yeah,
this could have been
knowing
the
the
thing.
scout is in, he knows there has to be a hole and quickly fixing it before any damage can be done.
Yeah. Oh god, if Stark had like 4 or 5 M&A and is getting in against the guy who doesn't even have Loom. Okay, now he's doing Loom, but as we can see, he's going for Conquistadors for 100%. And if he could have denied the stone and maybe even some of the gold, he would have been in prime position to win this game, but he showed the hole. Now obviously he's getting a lot of intel and he can deny somewhat from the inside, but yeah, not too great.
Stark is on stone right now, and that's 2 villages going forward, still getting the militia probably to become man-at-arms later on out for now, but I wonder if he's able to do a lot of damage. It seems like he wants to push with a tower at the walls, see if he can get in anyway. I wonder if Vivi is able to defend this easily, because it seems like he's going for...
Oh, Vivi didn't even see the villagers. Now he's seeing it.
Conquistadors out.
Yeah, and this is like a nice area to attack because it will be so much to wall for Vivi here. And yeah, maybe you should even consider like doing one of those palisade walls and then instantly taking 3 builds and increase it to the stone wall behind. But maybe his option is just to palisade wall and stone wall over here and build a defensive tower over here. Oh, he's
I think a defensive tower on the gold is going to be very important later on, because a lot of Vivi's gold is actually forward. We can see the gold on the right and the main gold and the additional gold at the left edge of his base. If there's a tower being dropped from Stark over here, Vivi might actually get in a lot of trouble, but there we have the watchtower already coming up, so that should help him a little bit. I'm not sure if this is really the spot I would like to see it, but... I feel like Stark still at his own tower, a bit more south of the gold mine, and still deny most of the mine.
Yeah, that's the truth. This tower will... Oh, I should have had grid mod on 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he can still get it, even with fletching. He can still get those 2 tiles and this one, I think. But yeah, still he can attack the tower now. And both scouts most likely going down. Let's see, Stark still surviving. And those M&A are doing the damage. Vivi now pretty soon to be clicking up to Castle Age over here. Just selling 100 stone most likely, and then he will be clicking up. Let's see now, villagers trying to fight. Oh, even the villager going down.
Blacksmith, but he's making another one. I think he thinks he didn't get one, but look at it. Oh, just throwing away 150 wood, such a shame.
And now this tower is protecting the first one, so Vivi will stay strong, but losing 1 villager for now. But Stark had some idle time as well. Let's see how the aggression will continue. Will be on the way to Castle Age, and if he's just pressing the stone walls through, having the tower defense, and is getting 1 defensive castle up, he could do so much damage to Stark. Let's see how much damage Stark can do to Vivi before he is accomplishing that. Another villager going down here.
First I was questioning whether Vivi was able to get enough gold in over here to actually get a Conquistador production. As the gold mine, at least the mining camp, is in range of the tower, so his fields are going to take some damage. It's going to be a little bit awkward getting a new mining camp now, so that will help him out. But from there on, I think once Vivi hits Castle Age, is able to drop a castle defensively on his gold, he's actually in a really good spot. Even though Stark did some damage, I'm not entirely sure how Stark's ego is going right now. He's still pretty far away from Castle Age, it seems.
Yeah, 4 villagers ahead, but remember Vivi is so much Castle Age already, so that's quite even, and idle to see for Stark as well. Now doing Town Watch. I'm not really sure, that's only for the aggressive towers, I assume. I'm not really sure, even doing fletching to deny this gold, but I think it will not be enough. Nope, it will not. Only some villagers.
Able to pick the fields on the edge, but that's it.
Yeah, I think exactly like I counted those 2 piles and this tile should be fine. Oh, advancing, leapfrogging with one single more tower over here. That's a funny move. But even denying this gold will not win him the game. Because, yeah, he could just, after he builds the castle, all these towers will die. If he just builds a castle over here, he's zoning all the area, he's killing the castles, the towers. And, yeah, this should be absolutely fine for him.
Yeah, Vivi's castle is a little bit delayed as he invested 250 stone into towers, but look at it, he has the stone right now. I think he's just going to drop it. Yeah, there we have it, close to the gold mine. That's going to destroy the towers. That means Vivi's going to have gold plenty, quite a safe base.
Oh, even now the villager going down.
That means Stark delayed the Conquistadors quite a bit. But with Stark not being up to castle age either, and it doesn't seem like he will be very soon. He's probably getting the food soon, but
he has a lot of farms.
Promising in my opinion, 100 foot more, so he's going to be quite a bit later. Conquistadors will probably be running around by then, and then my question is, how will he deal with it?
Yeah, I think he will go for an Expo defense, trying to get in the second archery here pretty soon, I assume. Trying to zone out the area a bit, but only with Palisades Wall, even the hole in the very front. And you absolutely need ballistics, maybe even go for a monk defense. Oh, this will be so tough. Palisade Wall for the Goths. If he had stone walls in this scenario, I think he could survive and carry on with the villager advantage to a later stage, but not with Goths, and this will be so tough for him. Now the first Conquistador.
I mean, the Palisade is like no defense at all right now. A few Conquistadors are through it in a few seconds, and Stark is going to struggle to defend, I feel, because as we mentioned, this map is quite awkward to defend in the first instance, and now he's getting the Palisade on the left as well, but I still feel like it might buy him some time. He will see the Conquistadors coming, but afterwards, I mean, the Conquistadors are going to be in, our villages are forced to be idle. I think Vivi is in a great spot and will be able to do a lot of damage from here.
Let's see. Stark is trying to get the walls being built, but as we already mentioned so many times, only palisade walls at this stage, even denying the 2 houses. Pop 40 out of 40 for quite some time, because obviously is not building another house, relying on those 2 quite a lot, and now finishing this wall. So Stark is trying to do everything in his power to delay the aggression of Vivi, but yeah, it's only buying him little time for now.
Yeah, indeed. Well, at House he obviously will have 2 range of productions. It seems like he will be adding something as a meat shield or anything like it. Xbows, I think it will help to hold Vivi off a little bit, as obviously he will have twice the production. As he's on 1 castle, you'll have the 2 ranges. Maybe he's going to add a 3rd at one point. Yeah, it seems like he's going to add some monk, and that's what I really like to see, because that will actually help him deal a bit more damage over here. I feel like Xbo's only is not the most reliable way to deal with the Conquistadors. I mean, it will help him defend, but I don't think he will actually be able to go offensive at any point, relying on the Xbo's versus the Conquistadors.
And let's see how the micro is. First hit pretty well done by Stark. Now the dancing begins, and the villager counted at 38, but the eco upgrades are better for Stark. Let's see how the micros. He's trying to run away from the pikeman and sniping the expose. 1 scout not running in the right direction. 1 villager most likely going down. No, great micro by Stark. No, is still going down. And now Stark is taking a bad fight, I think. Let's see, it's 5 expos against 4 conquistadors.
He doesn't want to farm back too much. He will be losing his stone. A lot of damaged villages on the stone as well, so he might lose a lot if Vivi's
oh god, yes. And not even necessary, because he's one-hitting anyways.
Lost, to be honest.
But a lot of conquistadors going down as well at the same time. Let's see, and now the beauty of conquistadors, probably the best raiding unit in the game, just starting. If he had like 2 more, he could easily one-shot villages. But at this time, only 3, not enough. And he's getting some more villagers for himself. Let's see, micro still pretty great, using the hill advantage, and now fighting 3 against 5. Oh, so many shots not hitting here, and
Stark actually got 1 convert off in the north of his base, and Vivi is adding a 2nd town center as well now, so he might be getting quite a bit more of a village advantage soon, whilst he's already ahead. So he's on the offense and actually seems to be having the better eco as well at this point.
Well, the Breaker, he does not have the eco upgrades, but the count is pretty good for him. 42 against 33 at this time. Now finally the raid is stopped, but another raid incoming, now with +2 defense even. So now Expos even losing their strengths there. So now he basically needs to go for monks only, as you said, in another TC, solid eco, so protected, and Stark will just be on the back foot the whole game, I feel.
Yeah, indeed. And the question is Vivi going to make a mistake where he loses his forward vision, or does Stark just simply need to drag out the game and maybe get some goals late game power going, hoping that that will get him back in the game? But I'm not entirely sure what would be the best move for Stark to actually continue fighting this. For now, it obviously seems like he will be forced in the defense for quite a while, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
but
well,
I'm just wondering, how is he going to turn it?
The weird thing is he has 550 stone. If he had 100 more, he could easily build a defensive castle over here and could control so much eco. But yeah, now only one villager there, so this will not happen pretty soon. So it feels a bit like waste of stone at this time.
Well, he's adding a new town center right now, and that's a way of spending his stone wisely, in my opinion, as he will need additional eco, especially if he wants to go. He's going to sit back for now. He isn't going to win the game right here, so he needs to focus on the late game as well, so his eco is going to be very important.
Oh, even relics being picked up already, but obviously a great choice. Stark has some expos for defense and some monks, and there's no aggression at this very moment from Vivi, but 10 conquistadors already on their way. Nice scouting expo over here, trying to loan out the area. Now finally Vivi is catching up with Wheelbarrow here.
Hey, sir.
So now it is for Stark that he has the crossroads in the right position, but still the numbers for him.
Move control over here.
Now he is right now, but look at the damage the conquistadors are doing.
You know, the only thing he is scared of is a monk instant convert there, so that went pretty well for Stark there, but lost all his expos, killed only 2 conquistadors. God in ages, Stark says. Fighting Conk in this leg is the worst thing experienced in AOC. Stark resigns.
Wow. Quite interesting. I can really understand how it is infuriating to when you have to really outmicro your opponent to stand a chance, and then you have this lag. I guess it's going to be quite a struggle.
I think defense with monks is even good if you have a lot of lag.
Yeah, you'll be able to find a bit of micro going in the meanwhile, and your opponent will have a hard time focusing it down. But that was more talk about the expos, where at a certain stage he had one more range, and from there on he really had to fight it a little bit and pick off what he could do. But yeah, for now.
Yeah, the aggression at the start was just delayed so much. The map for Vivi was just so good, and he could defend everything with only 2 towers and some walls. Saw the forward pretty early, and then did basically everything right. So exactly how we predicted the game had to go happened actually, and extremely entertaining.
Yeah, and Vivi's map really helped doing so, because as we mentioned earlier, he will have a good defensive map to actually pull this off, and he had it, he did it correctly. Stark tried to do whatever he could to actually deal the damage in the meanwhile, and he did some, but it just in the end doesn't seem to be enough, as the Castle Age powerhouse of the Spanish was just too much.